everybody. I think there is no need to ask you, how are you? Because I'm sure that by God's grace, you all are keeping fine and hearty. Okay, this is our next English class, class 6, the third chapter we are going to learn today. Do you remember the other two lessons and two poems? I know that you are all good children and you have studied everything. The first lesson, how did Pat do his homework? And what moral you have learned from that? Okay, Patrick did very best with the help of Elf. He was thinking that Elf is doing, but he was working more and more harder, and the result was he became the model student of that school. So that means self-help is the best help. Then we go to the second lesson about the dog. How did he find his master? He went to many people and at last he found a master, that is we, human beings. And from that time till today, he is very loyal to man, and the man is also very happy with the service of the dog. And the poem, first poem, a home, a house. And you know what is a house? A house is made with stones, bricks, wood, tiles and many other materials like that. It is made up of materials. But a home, it is built by the human beings, our loved ones, where there is love, affection, warmth, care, everything. That was our poem, isn't it? Then what is the kite? Okay, our second poem was the kite. We enjoyed that poem too. As the kite was going very high, it made fluttering sound. And at last what happened? It was very happy. At last what happened? It fell on the branch of a tree and the shape of the kite was gone very badly. It got injured very badly. Isn't it? So we have to keep a medium pace with everything. Don't be too much happy. So we have to keep a limit for everything. Too much is also not good. That was the point. Okay, let's go now. We are going to our third lesson. Our third lesson is Taro's Reward. Third chapter. Taro. So it is a Japanese story. Okay. And you can see from the pictures. The pictures are also that boy got long tail and they got some beard and all like that. Okay, so from that some of you did not get the textbook, and those who got the textbook, you can open and see the pictures. So it is a Japanese story. Okay, and this Japanese story, there are how many characters are there? Our main character is Taro. The second characters, his parents. And there are some villagers as characters. These are the characters of our story. And I think you all like to hear stories. This is a very interesting story. But at the same time, this story has also a very good moral, and you all will love that, and I hope you will do according to that, according to the moral of the story. So let's begin the story. So Taro is a young boy, and he was very poor. He belonged to a very poor family, and they have got a very small hut, and there were cracks on the hut, and so that anybody can peep to their hut, and anything as small insects can get into the hut through that cracks. What's the meaning of crack? Crack means narrow gap. Okay, so that is the hut, the shape of the hut of Taro. So he did not belong to a rich family. It's a poor family. And what was his job? He is a woodcutter. You know what is a woodcutter does? Okay, he goes to the jungle and cut big trees and chop the branches into small pieces. What's the meaning of chop? To cut into small pieces. That is chopping. Okay, so he will cut big trees and chop its branches and bundle it and take it to the market, sell it and get the money for that. But even then he got very little money from that. He can earn only very little money. So they were going on like that. So one day, as he did not go for cutting the wood, three of his parents, father, mother and Taro was sitting in their hut, in the corner of their hut. Then there was a very strong and cold, chilly wind which entered into their hut through the cracks. And this Taro's parents were old and they were feeling very cold. Taro was not feeling as cold as them because the parents are very old, they were feeling very cold. And his father said, "Oh, if I could have got a cup of sake that could have made me warm." And now, what is sake? Sake is a Japanese drink. Okay, what's the meaning of sake? It is a drink, a Japanese drink. The name of that is sake, and that will make the people very warm. Excuse me. So he thought that if I could have get a cup of sake, which will make me very warm. So this thought came to Taro's mind. Oh, my father wants to get a cup of sake, which is very costly. At the present moment, he can't afford it. It is little expensive. But he wanted to give that. So what did he? The next day, he got up very early and he went to the forest and he started to work very hard, harder than before. He cut into the trees very fast and he did not take any rest in between. He cut into the trees and chopped the branches into pieces and he was working more harder than ever. And he got, after that he got very tired and he became very warm. So what did he do? His mouth became very dry. He wanted to drink some water. So first, what did he do? He removed his jacket. And that day he was thinking, see, I became very warm. He was thinking that, oh, my father have got this type of warmth that would have been very nice. But during the winter season, that man was not doing anything. So naturally he will feel cold. So, and he wanted to drink some water also. Whatever water he brought, that was sober. Then he was thinking what to do. He took the axe and he wanted to cut another tree. So he got some bubbling sound. He heard some bubbling sound. He went to see what was that bubbling sound. From where he heard that bubbling sound, he just put the axe down and went to see what is there. When he reached there, to his surprise, he saw some water. In between the rocks, the water is coming. He was very happy. He rushed to the place and he knelt down and he made his hand just like he cupped his hand. Cupped means he made his hands like a cup and he took some water and he drank. Oh, what is this? Is it water or sake? Again he took a cup of water like this and he drank. Yes, it has the same taste of sake. This is not water, it is sake. He was very happy because he wanted to earn more money to buy sake for his father. And see, God has given him natural sake. He was very happy. He just rushed and took his pitcher. What is pitcher? A pot to carry water. He brought water from the home to drink, and he went and took that pitcher and collected this sake which he got from the rock, and he collected, and he just went to the home. He wanted to give his father. So he went to home and he gave the sake, this water. It is in the pitcher, it is water, but when the people Taro tasted, it was sake, and he gave to his father. His father also tasted and said, "Ah, yeah, it is sake." And he gave, mother also tasted, it is sake. And father asked, "How did you buy this? Where is the money? How much money you spent for this sake?" Then he said the whole story to his parents. So the parents were also very happy. That time, a lady from the village visited their house. She dropped in, and the parents were happy, and they are very generous. They don't want to keep everything for themselves. They are very generous. They shared whatever they got, and they shared that sake with that lady. And she drank, and she also said, "Yes, this is sake, very good." She was also very happy. Then after she drank, to her also these parents told the story. So after that, she went out of the hut, and she went to the whole village and spread the news of the change of water into sake. And one by one, the villagers came to this house. They came rushing, one by one they came. And for them also, they served the sake. Everybody was very happy, and within 1 hour, that pitcher was empty. And the people were very happy, and they went away. So, next day, Taro thought that today I will go more earlier than the other days. So he got up and he went to the forest. He went to the point where he was cutting the wood. So before he reached, he heard some human sounds there. Human people are talking there. Before that, he never heard such sound there. When he saw that the whole people of the village gathered there, he hid himself behind a rock, and he wanted to hear what they are doing and what they are telling. So they are pushing each other to go and collect the water from that stream. So the man who was standing there, they made a big queue. So the man who was standing there went first, and he cupped his hands and take some of the water, and he drank. Then no change in his face. Then he again took another handful of water and he drank. Then he said, "What nonsense! This is not sake. This is the pure water. This is only cold water." Then they said, "No. He also collected water from here and it turned into sake." The next man came. He also did the same way. So 3-4 people, not 3-4, more than that. They have, those who are drinking, they tasted it as only ordinary water, not as sake. Then they told, "Oh, this Taro has cheated us. He's a tricky man. He cheated us and he deceived us." So what's the meaning? Tricked, deceived or cheated. Okay, and they said that now what we have to do? We have to drown him. What's the meaning? Drowning? Putting into the water, full mouth, and we have to drown him in the water and finish him. So they got very angry, but poor Taro was hiding and he didn't come in front of them. The people one by one, they went away. Taro went and he filled, today he brought a very big pitcher, and these people also came with big buckets, pitcher and pots, everything, and they took the empty bucket and pitcher and went away. Taro went and he drank. He took some water from there and drank. Same thing, sake. So he collected his big pitcher and he went away. He didn't do any work that day, and he went home and he gave to his parents, and they were very happy. And the story, at the end of the story, it happened that the emperor of that place, the emperor of that place came to know that the miracle happened in Taro's house, or the miracle happened to Taro. So the king, the emperor sent people to Taro's house and asked them to bring Taro to the palace. Taro went there. Taro was afraid. Why? The emperor is calling me. But the emperor was very pleased. He understood that this man is not an ordinary man. He is very hardworking. He loves his parents. He obeys him. He wanted to fulfill all the needs of his parents because he respects his parents. He loved, so the emperor also loved him, and he gave him 20 pieces of gold. Okay, how many pieces he had given? 20 pieces of gold. Then after that, there was a beautiful fountain, and he named that fountain to reward him in Taro's name. That fountain was named Taro's fountain. That name was given Taro's name. Okay, so because why he showed all these things? Why the emperor showed all these things? Because all the other youth, all the other boys also must do this in the same way. They also have to protect. They also have to obey. They have to love the parents. They have to take care of their parents. Fulfill all the needs of their parents. So the emperor, to show that if you do in such a way, you also will be rewarded. So that is the, and I'm asking, what is the moral of the story? I know that if you are with me in the class, suddenly you are all good children, suddenly you will say, Miss, we have to love our parents, we have to obey them, we have to fulfill their needs, we have to take care of them. Not only the parents, my dear children, our grandparents. You have to take care of them, help them, and all the other elderly people also. That is the moral of the story. Now before we finish this class, we can see the new words. See, what's the first new word? Chop. To cut into pieces. What's the meaning of chop? To cut into pieces. Crack. Narrow gap. What's the meaning of crack? Narrow gap. Sake, a Japanese drink. Now, expensive. What is the meaning of expensive? Costly. Now, delicious. What's the meaning of delicious? Very tasty. What's the meaning of delicious? Very tasty. Pitcher, a pot to carry water or any milk or anything. That is a pitcher. Okay. Now, it is a Japanese story. We have learned today a Japanese story, and the characters of the story also you have understood. Now, my dear children, I will send you the question answers, the classwork, and everything I will send you. Learn, read this lesson once and twice and thrice. It's very, very simple English only, and meanings are also given, and you can copy down the meanings. See, intended, intended, planned. What's the meaning? Intended, planned. Tricked, deceived or cheated. So you can read, you have to read these lessons many times. Then you will be thorough with that. Okay, I will send you the notes. Okay, take care. Bye.